In the world of artificial intelligence, few names are as polarizing or as pivotal as Sam Altman. Depending on who you ask, he's either the visionary driving humanity toward an age of abundance, or the man pushing us to the edge of an existential cliff. But one thing is undeniable. Altman has become the face of AI's most explosive transformation. As the CEO of OpenAI, the lab behind ChatGPT, DALL-E, and GPT-4, Altman sits at the intersection of power, promise, and peril. But who is Sam Altman really? To understand the vision behind OpenAI, we need to understand the man behind the mission. The early years, code, curiosity, and control. Sam Altman was born in Chicago in 1985 and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. By 8 years old, he had already taught himself to code. As a teenager, he kept his life surprisingly analog. No car, no phone, just a computer. He enrolled at Stanford to study computer science, but dropped out to build his first startup, Loopt, a location-based social app that was part of the very first Y Combinator batch in 2005. Loopt didn't change the world. It was acquired in 2012 for $43 million. But it gave Altman two things: experience and proximity to Silicon Valley's core. The rise through Y Combinator. After Loopt, Altman joined Y Combinator as a part-time partner, mentoring founders and reviewing early-stage pitches. In 2014, at just 29 years old, he was named president of Y Combinator. Under his leadership, YC expanded dramatically. He helped launch YC Continuity for later-stage investing, YC Research for moonshot ideas, and backed startups like Airbnb, Dropbox, Stripe, and Reddit. Paul Graham, YC's legendary founder, once said, "Sam is one of the smartest people I know and understands startups better than anyone." But Altman wasn't just a startup whisperer. He was becoming something more, a philosopher-technologist with a long view on human progress. From VC to AI, the birth of OpenAI. In 2015, Altman and Elon Musk, along with a cohort of researchers and billionaires, founded OpenAI. Their mission? To ensure artificial general intelligence, AGI, benefits all of humanity. Initially structured as a non-profit, OpenAI sought to build safe, open, and accessible AI systems, explicitly in contrast to Google and Facebook's closed-door approaches. But the challenges were immense. Training large models required resources, computational, financial, and human. Under Altman's leadership, OpenAI pivoted. They launched the OpenAI LP structure, a capped profit entity to attract investment while staying mission-aligned. They partnered with Microsoft, securing a $1 billion investment in 2019. Later, Microsoft would invest billions more and integrate OpenAI's models into Bing, Office, and Azure. This move raised eyebrows, but also enabled breakthroughs. ChatGPT, the explosion. In November 2022, OpenAI launched ChatGPT. Within 5 days, it had 1 million users. Within months, it reshaped how the world viewed AI. Teachers, writers, developers, doctors. Everyone had access to an intelligent assistant. Altman became a global figure. Interviews with Lex Fridman, Congress testimony, Time 100 appearances. It was all part of his new normal. Yet even in the spotlight, Altman remained measured. He spoke of alignment, safety, long-term risks. He wasn't selling hype, he was selling preparedness. The November coup, when OpenAI nearly lost him. In late 2023, OpenAI's board abruptly fired Altman, citing a breakdown in trust. The tech world erupted. Employees threatened mass resignations. Microsoft offered Altman a new lab. The entire board was replaced. Within days, Altman was reinstated. It wasn't just a power struggle, it was a philosophical battle over AI's direction, between acceleration and caution, product and principle. Altman's return signaled a vote of confidence from the world's top engineers, partners, and investors. It also revealed something deeper. OpenAI had become inseparable from Sam Altman's vision. His philosophy: alignment, scale, and survival. Altman believes that AGI, AI systems as capable as humans, is coming, and sooner than many think. He doesn't deny the risks. In fact, he talks about them often. But unlike doomsayers, Altman sees possibility. He speaks of AI that helps cure disease, accelerate science, reduce scarcity, and unlock human potential. At the same time, he advocates for AI governance, slow-roll deployment, international regulation, and transparency. His blog posts, Moore's Law for Everything, Planning for AGI, read like manifestos. His core belief? That humanity must co-evolve with AI. We can't pause progress, but we can guide it. Critics and controversy. Not everyone agrees. Critics say OpenAI is no longer open. Its research is less transparent. Its models are closed source. Its Microsoft partnership feels corporate. Some worry Altman is moving too fast. Others say he's too cautious. This paradox follows him everywhere. Too capitalist for idealists. Too cautious for accelerationists. But maybe that's the point. Altman is navigating the edge, building in the gray, and doing so with a clarity that few in tech can match. The bigger picture. Sam Altman isn't just building AI. He's building infrastructure for the post-AI world. He's invested in nuclear fusion, Helion, longevity, retro, brain-computer interfaces, Neuralink competitors, and universal basic income pilots. In every venture, one theme returns: abundance. Altman believes technology can create more knowledge, more wealth, more freedom, but only if we align it with human values, only if we get the transition right. Who is Sam Altman? He's a coder, a capitalist, a researcher, a reformer. He's been a teenage founder, a startup kingmaker, a non-profit idealist, and now the CEO of the world's most powerful AI lab. He's made enemies and allies, won praise and provoked fear, but above all, he's placed himself at the center of the most important question of our time. What kind of intelligence are we creating? And what kind of future will it build? The story of AI is still being written, but in bold, uncertain strokes, Sam Altman is holding the pen. His writing, a glimpse into his mind. To truly understand Sam Altman, read his essays. He writes not like a founder, but like a futurist philosopher with skin in the game. His 2021 piece, Moore's Law for Everything, proposed that AI would collapse the cost of goods and services, democratizing abundance like never before. His plan? Tax companies that profit from AI, distribute that wealth through universal basic income, and build new social contracts for a post-labor world. It wasn't just economic theory, it was a roadmap. In planning for AGI, Altman detailed how OpenAI was preparing for systems that exceed human capabilities, not with fear, but with structure, evals, phased rollouts, third-party audits. He also predicted the tension we're living now, a world unsure whether to fear or follow AI. Altman doesn't have all the answers, but he insists on asking the right questions. His investment portfolio, betting on the edges of reality. Beyond OpenAI, Altman's fingerprints are everywhere. He backed Helion, a nuclear fusion startup aiming to make limitless clean energy. He supports Retro Biosciences, which seeks to extend human lifespan. He's invested in WorldCoin, a controversial project to provide identity and UBI in an AI-dominated economy. These aren't random plays. They're part of a thesis that we're approaching a tipping point in civilization, and tech must help us leap, not fall. Altman's public image, calm amid chaos. Watch his interviews. He rarely raises his voice. Even under pressure from Congress, journalists, or employees, Altman speaks in the same tone. Measured, soft, exact. It's not charisma in the traditional sense, it's certainty. He seems less like a CEO and more like a steward, tasked with delivering the future responsibly. To some, that calm is reassuring. To others, unsettling. But either way, it commands attention. Legacy in the making. Altman is only in his late 30s. His story is far from over, but already he's reshaped venture capital, reinvented startup culture, and now sits at the helm of a technology that could define this century. His choices? Who to hire, what to release, how to govern, may influence the trajectory of AI more than any other single individual. And he knows it. That's why he moves carefully, sometimes too carefully, sometimes not carefully enough, but always with intention. So, who is Sam Altman? He's not just the CEO of OpenAI, he's the architect of a worldview, a believer in progress, with boundaries, a founder who dropped out of Stanford to write code and now writes the rules for our shared digital destiny. He's flawed, strategic, idealistic, calculating, and above all, he's present, right now, in every major AI conversation, not as a passenger, but as the one steering. The future of intelligence is arriving fast. Sam Altman didn't just see it coming, he built the road.